So if you own a 2014 to 2018 Silverado or Sierra with the 5.3-liter motor and you are looking for one of the loudest systems currently available, the Borla ATAK catback that we've got on our truck is going to be a top choice. I say that because the ATAK system provides a strong 5 out of 5 on my loudness meter, it is going to be one of the loudest systems available, like I just said. Now, what's nice about that though is unlike some of the less expensive systems that get a 5 out of 5, because the ATAK has such a nice muffler setup, it's going to give you a unique sound profile. As you just heard from our sound clips, you get a nice deep bell tone idle, and when you rev it all the way to redline, you get a nice throaty kind of classic muscle sound out of this system. A lot of the less expensive ones aren't going to sound as good, to be honest with you, and that's usually because they use a simpler bullet style muffler. The ATAK system stands for Acoustically Tuned Applied Kinetics, which is just a fancy way of Borla saying that they really honed in the sound on this thing to make sure it sounds good across the entire RPM band. Honestly, it's probably one of the most well-built and one of the easiest to install. It's made out of 304 stainless, definitely the best stuff available in the category, and it's a nice upgrade over your factory 409 system. And again, because that install is so simple, you can get this done at home with basic hand tools. The entire system reuses your factory hanger locations. It shouldn't take you more than an hour or two, so I'm going to go ahead and give this install an easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter. To install your Borla catback, you will need the following tools: a 3/8 drive ratchet, a 13mm socket, a 15mm socket, and optional but helpful tools include an impact gun, some spray lubricant, and an exhaust hanger puller tool. So first things first, we got to remove our factory catback before we can install our Borla system. To do that, all you need to do is remove this barrel clamp right here, securing the system to your catalytic converter. You're going to need a 13mm socket to loosen it. So with our barrel clamp loosened, we can now start pulling the rubber isolators that hold our factory catback to our truck. There are 4 of them, and you can either use your hands or you can use an exhaust hanger puller tool. It's also good to spray down these rubber isolators, make it a lot easier on you. Now, you have one last isolator back here near the tailpipe. This is the last piece holding your factory catback to the vehicle. So, you want to be careful removing this. You want to keep your hand on the tailpipe. Once you pull this hanger out, go ahead and let the exhaust rest on your axle, and then you can remove it from the vehicle. All right, with our factory catback removed from our truck, we're going to go ahead and push it over the axle towards the rear of the bed. That way we can get the front of the connection over that cross member. Once you've ducked that down under the cross member, you can pull the entire catback from the vehicle. So now that we have our stock exhaust removed from our Silverado, I wanted to show you guys a quick comparison between your original system and the new Borla system. Like I said earlier, you can clearly see a huge difference in the quality of the steel here. Again, your factory system is made out of 409, and while it does hold up decently well, after a few years it'll definitely start to corrode, and you could start seeing some rust spots if you live in an area like here in Pennsylvania with lots of road salt and rain and snow and what have you. This 304 stainless will hold up a lot better, and it's honestly just going to look nicer over the years, especially if you daily your truck. Besides the steel quality, you can see the ATAK muffler, although it is super loud, like I said, it is certainly pretty beefed up. And again, that's because of that acoustically tuned technology that Borla builds into it. Like I mentioned earlier, this thing will be a 5 out of 5, but because of how the muffler is set up, it's going to really tune this down, give you a unique profile. It's not going to be sloppy or gurgly like some cheaper straight pipe systems might. Moving on down the line, you can see everything is really nicely mandrel bent, so like I mentioned again, you get a very easy install out of this guy. You're also getting your factory hanger location, so you get to reuse those rubber isolators. You don't gotta worry about trying to mash these things in place or drilling or tapping any new hardware into your truck itself. Then, exiting out of the business end, we got those really nice chrome polished tips. Obviously, as you can see from there in front of me, it's a huge visual upgrade over that factory 409 exit. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and throw this guy up on our truck. So with our factory exhaust removed, we can start installing our new Borla system. You're going to start off with your front extension pipe, and this flared end is going to go into that original 13mm clamp that we loosened earlier. Same deal, this hanger is going to go in that first factory rubber isolator. So with our front extension pipe in place, we went ahead and tightened down our clamp, but we only tightened it just enough that it doesn't fall off. We want to have enough play in the extension pipe so that we can get our muffler fitted, and we want to make sure that we can move things around so we don't have any pipes knocking against our vehicle. Once we have the whole cap back installed, we'll come back up here and we'll tighten this down all the way. So with our front extension pipe hung up, we can now install our muffler. Now, the muffler's not that heavy, but it's good to have a friend hold it in place for you. I'm working alone today, so I got a pull jack here helping me out. You're gonna put the flared inlet of the muffler onto your front extension pipe, and you're gonna tighten this together using the largest clamp in your kit. This clamp has a 15mm nut that we're gonna tighten down. So with our muffler pushed all the way onto our front extension pipe and tightened down, we can go ahead and hang the muffler on those two factory rubber isolators. You're gonna wanna spray those down with some lube, make it easy for the hangers to slide in. Now that our muffler is in place, we can start installing our tailpipes. We're going to tackle the passenger side one first. So you're going to grab one of your smaller clamps in the kit. And again, it's also good to spray down that rubber isolator. We're reusing the factory one up here. Now that our passenger side is all set up, we're gonna start with our driver's side. We're gonna grab this over axle extension pipe, we're gonna grab another one of our small clamps and slide it over the flared inlet portion here. Now you wanna leave this clamp loose because once you install this over axle pipe, you're gonna need to be able to rotate it around so you can make sure that you get that driver's side tailpipe in place. So with our driver's side over axle pipe installed, we're gonna install the hanger provided by Borla. There is a hole pre-drilled in your frame on your truck to host this new hanger. However, our truck does not have any hardware up there. So we're gonna go ahead and use a flag nut with a 16mm bolt and a flat washer to secure our hanger to our frame. All right, with our hanger installed from Borla, now we can install our driver's side tailpipe. You're gonna grab the isolator provided by Borla for the hangers. You're also gonna install your last clamp over the flared end of the tailpipe. Again, you don't wanna tighten this down just yet. Once we hang this up, we're gonna move things around, make sure we have a good fitment, and then we can tighten down those two clamps. All right, with our driver's side tailpipe hung up, we went ahead and verified that all the pipes on our new catback are in a good position. They have good clearance. They're not rattling against anything like cross members of the frame itself. So with everything verified, we're going to go ahead and tighten down front to back, starting with our original clamp up here. All right, so once you got all those clamps tightened down, that'll wrap up our install. And that also wraps up my review of the Borla ATAK dual exhaust system with the split side exit configuration fitting your 14 to 18 5.3 liter powered Silverado and Sierra. I'm Travis, thanks for watching. For all things Chevy and GMC, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.